Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope ready na kayo for another crazy story. Today we're going to talk about something super weird in history, the dancing plague of year 1518. Oh, you heard that right? Mga tao na nagsasayaw ng walang tigil, hindi lang for a few minutes kundi for days. Nakakaloka, di ba? Imagine na lang, ikaw naglalakad sa kalsada and suddenly, lahat ng tao sa paligid mo nagda-dance na parang walang bukas. Kaya naman, kung gusto mong malaman kung anong nangyari at paano naging ganon, make sure to hit that like button, share it with your friends na mahilig sa weird stuff, and of course, subscribe para hindi ka mahuli sa mga future videos natin. Now let's get into it. Let's start with the basics. Ano ba itong dancing plague? So this happened year 1518 sa Strasbourg na ngayon ay nasa France. Isang babae si Frau Trofea biglang nagsimulang sumayaw sa kalsada ng walang control. Parang she just couldn't stop at hindi lang siya nag-iisa. Slowly isa-isa ring sumunod sa kanya ang mga tao hanggang ang buong kalsada ay puno na ng mga taong sumasayaw. I mean, what? Mob dance lang ang peg? Parang dito ko naalala ang music video ng Thriller ni Michael Jackson. At first, the town thought that maybe it was some kind of dance trend or ritual. Akala nila, chill lang. Pero in the following days, people kept on dancing, and it wasn't just some casual boogie. Grabe. They danced non-stop, even through the night. Some of them were so exhausted that they actually died. Heart attack, strokes, or extreme exhaustion. And you thought your last dance at the party was bad? Naku, iba na yata yan. So bakit nga ba nagkaroon ng ganitong weird na plague? Experts have a few theories. And guys, mga theories pa lang to Wala pa talagang solid na proof. But here are the two biggest ideas. First theory, mass hysteria. I know, parang pang-horror movie, right? Pero some experts think this could have been caused by stress and extreme anxiety. Kasi back then, the people of Strasbourg were dealing with a lot of hardships. Famine, disease, and constant fear of dying from the plague. Ngayon, ang lahat ng panggigipit na ito ay maaring naging sanhi ng pagkagulo ng kanilang mga isipan at ang tanging paraan upang makayanan nila ito ay ang isayaw ito. Pero it's not just any normal dance. This was a total trance state. Crazy, di ba? Second theory, ergot poisoning. Now, here's the theory na parang sobrang weird but possible. Ergot is a type of fungus that grows on rye. If this fungus gets into your food, like bread for example, it can cause hallucinations, spasms, and uncontrollable movements. Parang trip lang, but in a bad way. Kaya ang mga tao ay maaaring kumain ng contaminated bread na humantong sa kanila sa pag-hallucinate at, sumayaw ng hindi mapigilan. Kaya sa halip na isang spiritual awakening, nakakuha sila ng napakasamang food trip. Hindi ka lang basta magkaroon ng food coma, kundi food dance coma. Grabe, no? Now here's the part na mas nakakaloka. Instead of trying to stop the dancing, the local authorities thought, why not encourage them? Kumuha sila ng mga musikero at nag-set up ng isang stage para tulungan ang mga dancers na magpatuloy. Gawin natin itong dance party, naisip nila. Kasi noon, naniniwala talaga sila na ang tanging paraan para mawala itong dancing disease ay syempre, more dancing. Weird logic, but fascinating. At the end of the day, hindi siya naging successful. People just danced until they collapsed or died. But hey, at least they tried, or did they? Now, here's where it gets really interesting. The dancing plague might seem funny or even ridiculous, but it really makes you think, what would we do in a situation like that? Isipin kung may nangyaring ganito ngayon. Mas magiging handa ba tayo sa paghawak nito? O magiging sanhi lang ito ng panic, mga viral posts sa social media, o baka magsimula pa ng viral challenge tungkol sa walang tigil na pagsasayaw? Sa isang banda, ipinapakita ng dancing plague kung gaano kakonti ang kaalaman ng mga tao noon tungkol sa mental health at physical health. Siguro kung may modern medicine sila, they could have figured out what was happening. But back then, all they could do was guess. Sometimes their solutions made things worse. Parang tayo din, di ba? Minsan sa mga krisis, mas napapalala natin kaysa natutulungan. Kaya ano ang matututuhan natin sa kakaibang kaganapang ito? Bueno, para sa isa, itinuturo nito sa atin kung gaano katatag ngunit marupok ang isip ng tao. Lahat tayo ay maaaring mabigla sa pressure ng buhay, maging mula sa stress, takot, o masasamang pangyayari. Kung minsan ang ating coping mechanisms ay maaaring medyo kakaiba, tulad ng pagsasayaw ng ilang araw. Pinapaalala rin nito sa atin kung gaano kahalaga ang maunawaan ang mental health at magkaroon ng empathy kapag nakikitungo sa mga krisis. Kasi baka yung crazy behavior ng ibang tao ay may deeper reason na hindi lang natin nakikita. And there you have it, guys, the bizarre and baffling story of the dancing plague. Parang pelikula lang, no? If you enjoyed this weird history lesson, make sure to hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more mind-blowing stories. Let's keep uncovering the strange and unusual together. Tandaan sa susunod na makaramdam ka ng stress o anxiety, payo ko sa'yo, huminga ng malalim. Kahit hindi ka naman sumasayaw hanggang kamatayan, tama ba? Manatiling ligtas at manatiling matino. Huwag kalimutang sumayaw, ngunit katuwaan lamang. Hope you enjoyed this. Until next time, mga kaibigan.